Um,
What about the story about Carl on the bus? That was.
Karl Himmel.
Mm-hmm.
Karl's what a great talent. He's played on so many great records. All things Karl.
Leon
You just
Russell
and yeah, J.J. Cale and
J.J.
just
Cale,
he's
yeah.
so you know
It's a tap dancer, wasn't he?
he definitely was a tap dancer. He was just an
Louisiana
extraordinary
guy, right?
person. Yeah, yeah, from Louisiana. He he used to just give me a real hard time because he was a veteran of the music business, and when I started with Neil, I was nothing. Okay, I came from doing nothing. I was total green stick, was not seasoned at all, other than touring with Sonny James, which was like being on a Church of Christ bus. I mean, it was like seriously
Compared to Neil, yeah, yeah.
compared to Neil. I mean, I get with these guys, and it was Tim Drummond, Karl, and Rufus, and Ben Spooner, and they were all just like had amazing events in their life that made them just great. And then I had nothing, and they treated me like I had nothing, and so I was like, at some point or another, I got sick of that crap, And one day we're riding down the road, and I always like to go play golf on the day off instead of doing coke or whatever they were doing during the day. And I would go and play golf. And so I kept my golf clubs in this little closet on the bus. And somehow Karl got upset about that. And he was drunk. And but we were passing each other in the hallway. And he somehow said, "I'm gonna throw these golf clubs out. I'm gonna throw them out, or I'm toss them out the door." And I grabbed him by the shirt and I slammed him against the uh, wall of the bus where the closet was. I said, "You." I mean, I don't even remember what I said, but I established some dominance there because I wasn't drunk and he was drunk, and I said, "You don't want to fuck with me, my friend." So it was one of those where you get involved with characters like Spooner, who is such a sweetheart.
But then you went and played golf, and then
Yeah,
didn't he like
the next day I went to play golf, and we pulled up in Dallas, and it was like 110 outside. And when you park the bus in a parking lot, the bus driver usually gets off the bus and turns the whole bus off. Okay, drink as many beers as there was in there. Maybe I don't know what it was, but he used to always wear these black short pants with a little tie, and it was weird, leather black shorts, and skinny little tie. And I don't know what happened to him, but that bus had to be about 140 degrees on it, and I just happened to be pulling up after playing golf, and it was like 1 in the afternoon, and I just happened to see him. I was putting my golf clubs back on the bus, and I kept them under the bus at this time. But he was getting off the bus, and his hair was all just sticking up everywhere, and he was like bright sun and whatever. But that little tie that he had, evidently he had fallen asleep at the little bench with the table. There's a table and a bench. And his tie was up on the table. I don't know if he threw up on it or just something happened to where when he walked out, his tie was sticking out like this. It had been laid out like whatever it was, and he was a character.
Funny.
Yeah, he's a funny man. He always did nunchucks, those just things
really?
like that. And one time I was sitting in a hotel room on about the 30th floor somewhere, and he came in with. I was sitting in there with the road manager and somebody else, and Karl comes in, and he was in his underwear with these nunchucks, and he had like this really crazy look in his eye, and he was doing those around like that, and he was just out of his mind. And I thought, oh my God, he's gonna kill me. And I was seriously contemplating, instead of getting beat up by those, just jump out the damn window. And I found out they were foam. They weren't even there. They were made out of foam. He just came in there to scare me. I was like, oh God. He was that kind of person, but he's a great guy. I mean, yeah, he's a trip. He's just one of those characters that you would